welcome to the Deck Tech. Today we're playing Pioneer Hardened Scales, which I make sure to write here when I wrote Hardened Scales Pioneer. Anyway, if you haven't seen the video, you should probably watch it. It's how I came up with the list. I mean, it's not like I came up with it, I kind of just tuned it a bit and tried to see if it made sense. The backbone of the list is this 1-drops that we have here. Spending 1 Hardened Scales per collector. This is an aggressive deck. This is not a synergy-driven deck as much as in modern Hardened Scales, so this is a big difference. We don't have, this is a beat-down deck that grows big and has some kind of synergies with counters. So more an aggressive deck than a synergy-driven deck like a Hardened Scales in modern. But yeah, anyway, this is what, I still like it. I think it's still fun. So what we're playing here is we are playing there's 1-drops that basically all synergize with counters in one way or another, so they get counters on. Conclave Mentor, we're only playing Celestia. I'm planning on playing Absdan, I'm planning on playing maybe a black-green version also in the future. I'm starting Celestia because I like the combination of colors. I think the mana is not too bad. I mean, we start to play 22 lines. I would rather have like another dual color line, but okay. Yeah, we play these 1-drops and we follow them with a lot of very strong 2-drops. So if we play Conclave Mentor or Hardened after turn 2 after one of these 1-drops, they will actually become 3/3. So we will have a 3/3 turn 2, which is quite strong. And yeah, then we have these 2-drops, which are not the ideal 2-drop for turn 2, but they actually really have like a lot of synergy with the rest of the deck. Scavenging Ooze, of course, puts counters on itself, exhausting from graveyards, all that good stuff. And Grateful Apparition, when it hits like the opponent or the Planeswalker, it will proliferate, which will make basically grow all our creatures and our Planeswalkers and Sagas. We're playing everything here. One of the all-stars of the deck is Stonecold Serpent. Can be played as a 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop, 20-drop. So Stonecold Serpent, really strong. So basically always fills in, like it could be played as a 2-drop when you have a Pel Collector, and then you have a 2/2/2s, etc. College Raptor, pretty impressive card. When it comes into play, it proliferates. So basically, you can put a counter on every permanent that has a counter. The way we've used this is with, especially with Nissa, Voice of Zendikar, allowing you to minus more often. So every time you minus with Nissa, you put a one counter on all your creatures. So if you have Quality Raptor or Grateful Apparition, you can actually minus like twice as much. Pretty cool. On top of that, it really works great if you play the first Iroan games, like the first Olympic games. You play them, and you make the guy the soldier, then the next turn you get 3 counters, and if you play Quality Raptor or you connect with a Grateful Apparition, straight away you will draw those 2 cards, which is really strong, because what will happen, I guess, a lot of times is you pull the counters and somebody will fatal push the creature, so you don't get to draw the cards. But you only draw the cards if you have a creature with power 4 or greater. And we actually have 0 creatures with power 4 or greater, so we need to grow them. Masricat is a card I really personally like. I think very easy to get to the ultimate in this game. Like if you play, let's say, if you do something like Hardened Scales turn 1, turn 2 Grateful Apparition, turn 3 Masricat, I know it's kind of unlikely, but this could be something we do. Then if this connects, then this will already be at 5, and this will be a 5/5. So you can see, right? So this will be at 5, and then the next time you could connect with this and minus it directly to get the ultimate. And the ultimate is kind of game winning on its own. Makes a White Soldier every turn and puts counters everywhere. So super strong. Yeah, so basically that's the main deck. Main deck is very focused. And then the sideboard, I made some changes because I was watching a lot of streamers yesterday. I couldn't really sleep, I don't know why. So excited. And I was watching, and basically there were a few decks that they continuously came up on stream for the players who are playing it. And those decks were like some kind of mono black deck. That's why we have this Apostle of Purifying Light. Some kind of red or other random creature deck. So that's why we have the Baffling Ends for. There was this 5, like, it's called Stram's Aura deck. So it's a deck that basically is like Boggles, but a bit different because they're not hexproof, but instead they basically generate value. Like, they play this card called Stram that when it comes into play, you draw a card, and actually maybe you can try to find a... I don't know, maybe I can find... Yeah, basically this works sort of like a Boggles deck. It's called Ores of Auras, so something like this. I know they still play Lurus, but the idea is all these auras, when they come into play, you give bonuses, of course, and when they come into play and you have this guy in the play, the Shram, you'll draw a card. And then if you have Hateful Eidolon, whenever an enchant creature dies, any creature dies, then they will draw a card for each aura attached to it. So it's really strong, like 1-drop. So they can go like Hateful Eidolon, and they're actually enchantment itself, right? So they can be protected with Outside of Life's Bounty. Really like nice synergistic deck. Pretty cool, honestly. This deck came up a lot, and so the Gem Bracer are for that deck. Basically, they're for that deck. Also, I guess the Postal of Purifying Light could do some work, but most of it, the deck is actually white. Then Gradius Cage is for the Winota matchup. I saw a lot of games where it was just like turn 3 Winota, attack for lethal and win, and yeah, we don't want that. So like they go like turn 1 Elf, turn 2 Legion Warboss, turn 3 Winota, attack with the 3 goblins, get some Angras Man out there and just win the game. So we don't want that. Gradius Cage a clean answer to that. Hanging Walker and Vivian are for like either one we want to fight things with Vivian, or we like to go grindier with both Vivian and Hangaback Walker. I'm not really sure. We'll see how it works. I mean, this is a work in progress, to say. I mean, I have luckily been pretty lucky lately, so I've been accumulating quite a lot of play points, so I can throw away some in a Pioneer League. That will be fine. But let's see. Let's see if the deck has swings. Yeah, I'll see you for match 1. Alright, welcome to match 1. We just found a match, and you can tell already only 420 active players, so like about half of what Modern is. Oh, hey man, here. I messed up again. Like to be like squared. Okay, so this is fine because we can go like turn 1 when Stongo Sember, turn 2 Conclave Mentor. Is that even good? No, actually that's not that good because this will not get triggered. So we can play Conclave Mentor turn 2, Voice of Nissa turn 3. And minus. Or Stonko, yeah, we'll see. Okay, depending on what opponent's playing. We need to kind of figure out. Maybe draw a better 1-drop than Stonko Serpent. So, opponent's on the mulligan, Sunbird 17. There's a lot of Thoughtseize running around in Pioneer, like a lot. Like, oh, Fatal Passage. In a kind of a common start also, like people play Fatal Passage and you're like, okay. Hope that works out for you. This is the card. No, this is not the Shadowland. So I'm not sure if I want to play this or I want to save it. I'm thinking I'm going to save it. So I'm just going to play, I think, a Forest and pass. Play the Conclave Mentor. Play Nissa. Make a plant. So it's lower, but I think could probably be playing against some grindy deck, right? Because we're playing against blue. Triomes. That's probably a control, like some kind of Jeskai control. So this is cool. So I'm gonna play Conclave Mentor, Hardened Scales on a stick, pass the turn. If I can resolve Nissa, I'll do it next turn. But if they are like keeping up 3 mana, oh, that's probably Nift to Light or general. So that's the Fairy Time Raveler. They ain't gone live. I guess they're gonna bounce or dude. Some things don't change, don't it? But still Serpent pretty strong. If I knew this, I'd probably. Now we are also learning the matches we're going, right? So, yeah. So probably knowing we were probably maybe the Fate and Battle, of course, is a card in the match in the game. We could have played Stone Cold Serpent. We could kill it now, but that's okay. We're just gonna play the Nissan Placer. Plus, take the advantage, take the chance to plus. So yeah, we go green, green. A lot of people say that Celestial Mana is unplayable, but so far I haven't had many problems. Gonna make a plant. The plant can be aggressive next turn towards the Teferi. So we can actually go quite wide. I don't even know. I mean, actually, I'm very much on the blind. I've really not played that much Pioneer at all. Really at all. And I haven't watched that much of it, honestly, because it was so bad the last. Another Planeswalker. Is that another Teferi? No, it's Gideon of the Trials. I don't know what it does. Until the next turn, penal damage target permanent will deal. Until the end of turn, Gideon becomes a 4/4 human soldier. Okay, so this prevents this damage. I mean, this is. Okay, that's Huali's Raptors. This really works well with this. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna play Conclave Mentor, I'm gonna play Stone Cold Serpent, and I'm gonna minus Nissa. Sounds about right. This will not do any damage, but I do that, yeah. And then next turn we can play the first Aronian Games and Huali's Raptor, and then the turn after follow it up with Stone Cold Serpent. That sounds Sounds fun. So we're gonna do is play the Conclave Mentor, play the Stormclaw Serpent, pay the cost, very important. And then probably just minus the we can minus her again next turn with Wallis Raptor, so we're just gonna do it now. A lot of big creatures now. This cannot be dealt with the fairy. This cannot prevent all damage a good dealt with by this permanent. Okay, so not any reason to attack here. Pass the turn. They have rats, I guess. I guess it's a Super Friends deck. I know, that's Narset, Parter of Bales. Okay. I think we could actually clear out most of their... I guess they will plus on the Stonecold Serpent. So what did they get? Puts Narset, so they got another Narset. This prevented to do damage. 2 mana for opponent. Draw. So I like playing the first Iranian games and then following it swiftly with a Wildless Raptor. So we can start getting in there. And then we have even the follow-up with Serpent and Disses. And then maybe next turn we will draw cards directly. We should get rid of the Narset right away if we can. And probably the Gideon. That's the most scariest. So we will start with playing the first Iran games. Maybe it gets countered. That's sort of fine-ish. Sort of fine-ish. I said this deck is not so complicated. I think Pioneer Engine is not as complicated to play as Modern. Modern, you know, cards are too efficient, like very efficient on mana. Like, I mean, you need to play good in Pioneer too, don't take me wrong, but you need to actually... Okay, so we make a Soldier. We're not gonna put the counters on the Soldier, so we're not gonna put counters first. I think we're gonna play Wallis Raptors first. And then we're gonna put counters. So we go, yes! White. So I like to get rid of Gideon and Narset. So we proliferate. You, and you. Done. We put 3 counters. I'm gonna put them on the Stonecold Serpent just because like this is like kind of the hardest card for them to deal with. So no, 11. Then we got minus our friend Nissa. We can go to combat. What do they have for us? We're gonna hit the Gideon and the Narset. So we're gonna attack Narset, attack the way around. You attack Narset, you attack Gideon. Because we want to draw 2 cards next time. They'll have actually another Narset, so that means this is actually gonna be pretty bad. I mean, maybe we can just kill them, you know? Yeah. You go, opponent. You draw cards. Fantastic. Maybe we could have just gone for the throat, but I like removing all these planeswalkers. They put 2 cards at the bottom, so they're looking for a Wrath. I'm pretty sure they have a Wrath. He's immune to their advances. So they bounce a Conclave Mentor. That gives them a chance that they don't have that Wrath, and we still have lethal on board, I think. Especially if they do something like Nar setting. Yeah. This is a Super Friends deck. It has to be like 5 color Super Friends. Another Narset, they gain another life, so that will prevent us drawing cards. I didn't really think about that they actually got a second Narset in here. Like we have Yorion, I didn't even realize that. Maybe not the best player around. Another Gideon, another Trials. So play another Gideon. Again, 1 more life. So I guess the Gideon can prevent this damage. So we don't really have lethal. It's a bit sad. And we'll not get to the other cards, which is even sadder. If we have... Oh, there's a triple. Oh, we don't draw anymore. So we can attack the Narsets down. So the Narset on this, and I think just holding these up. But maybe playing one of them next time. Like just playing one, the one they know about. So we're just gonna blast. I mean, just doesn't make a difference not to. So we will attack. So you attack. So no, okay, you attack them. You attack Narset, you attack Gideon. I could go for them. I just like to. I mean, cleaning out this planeswalker is great. Like it's just a spewing value at this point. And you can't attack really, so I'm just gonna attack like this. 2 planeswalkers down. We still have 4 cards in hand. We have a massive board. We're gonna get a nice counter. So I'm just gonna play 1 Conclave Mentor and hold the rest in my hand. So in case even if they have a Wrath, we have like a really good like comeback mechanism. Because and third Narset Power Veils. This is one of a few cards that actually draws us cards in. Supreme Verdict they found. So they're gonna Supreme Verdict our face. But we still have these, so we gain some life. That's not so important. Create the gold token. Okay. Cool. So from here, yeah, we're gonna Plaza again. We're gonna play Conclave Mentor. We're gonna play Faithful Apparition, and we're gonna play Stonecoil Serpent. 3/3, pass a turn. Basically, we're showing almost lethal again next turn. We need to find another Wrath. They're basically on Wrath or Bust, but yeah, that's a really strong card. Puts Firezone in. Oh, they're actually playing also Firezone Invention. Okay, now they cannot react to anything. So they're not playing instance, that tells me. They have one more card they could cast. I guess they can get the bird on their hand and then cast it. Free. But basically next turn we play the other Conclave Mentor. Everybody becomes quite big with this. So the bird of Meletis, okay. Search life for planes. That's the spells they can cast. They cannot cast anything else this turn. We'll kill them. Now Stonecoil. So let's make some counts, shall we? We play the other Conclave Mentor. We minus. This will be a 6/6. This will be a 4/4. That's 10. This will be a 3/4. That's 13. And this will be a 5/5. That's it. So yeah, I'm gonna play the other Conclave Mentor and leave the Stonecoil on my hand. So it's gonna minus. It's just not lethal, right? So this is 5, 8, 12. Oh, no, yeah, it is. So 6 and 12, 15. Oh, that's lethal. So yeah, 8, 12. Man, 7. Oh, it's 17. Oh, this 6. Why is it so hard all of a sudden? I've been doing this forever. 13, 18. Yeah, so we just attack for lethal. Yeah, as you can see. Nice, we won the first game. We didn't even draw a 1-drop. Okay, probably they bring in a lot more removal post board, so Hangama Walker is good. This card is good. And probably Gemblade is good if we can kill the Fires of Invention. I think this card is actually not beautifully good. I don't think they play with the graveyard at all, so maybe Scavenging Ooze is not needed. Like Hangama actually does the job there and doesn't die. I like the aggressive slant. Playing this aggressive plays. I don't know what Gemblade is. I mean, Basri could be a bit underwhelming. I mean, I like the 2-drops. I think I shouldn't sideboard too much. As in, I think the deck is already good as it is. So maybe, yeah, Hangaback makes sense. Maybe Bibian makes more sense than Basri, but they almost do the same thing and it's cheaper. We're not really interested in fighting, so I'm gonna take out the Bibians. Any card that is not like particularly mega strong on its own. This is a grindy matchup, right? So maybe we can cut a land. Are we like, yeah, let's cut a land. So we have one more card to cut. Then Vigil with Stone Cold Serpent. And probably gonna cut. Do you have a block of a reflation? Doesn't seem so. Okay, I'm gonna cut one of these first two Iranian games. I maybe I should cut more. Because the I'm gonna cut down now when I'm bringing the third Gem Razor. I just think that they play 4 Narsets. So they actually, the situation where we don't draw cards will happen quite often. Gem Razor seems like a super strong play. Okay, so what do we have here? We have again, same thing, turn 2 Conclave Mentor, turn 3, I guess a Hangavak Walker. We're only missing 1 white for Basri, but that's fine. I think I'm gonna play a Stone Cold Serpent turn 1 actually this time around, so I'm gonna keep it. You know, the reason for that is the Fairy Time Rattler. And one big difference with Pioneer and I think what is the reason this deck is actually pretty good, because people are not playing at all like turn 1 plays. It's like feels a lot like Standard, you know, when you play Standard and people are just playing like their first play comes in turn 3. This is kind of what was been happening with me. Like I think, yeah, this will be kind of the norm, you know, like. So I'm gonna play the Sun Petal Grove and play the Conclave Mentor. No, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna attack first. Hit them for 1. And yeah, this is just to play around the Fairy Time Raveler, so we can. If they play Fire, they cannot play Fire as mentioned next time, but if they do, we can Gem Razor it. As I said, Stone Cold Serpent and Gem Razor are kind of like best friends, actually. They could have some kind of counter spells, I'm guessing. I'm imagining that could be a case. But we're just gonna attack them. So they didn't play the Fairy because it would probably die, or maybe they didn't have it. They also didn't play Narset. So I'm assuming they are playing. They could play Supreme Verdict next turn, but actually I'm rather fun with that if they play if we play the Hangavak Walker, right? So I'm just gonna play it. If they counter it, that's okay. So it's a 2/2. I didn't play Alliant. That happened. So they will draw like with the Preordain or Seordain, or they will cycle. Oof. That's super bad. So this is their first play. I of course forgot to play a land. That's my bad. They could Supreme Verdict us here or Fire's Invention into Supreme Verdict, but we will still have somebody somewhere to put the Gem Razor. That's Fire's Invention. Oh, so bad not to play the land. So they do that as expected. So we will just get a couple of top tiers. And some life. The turn. So we're just gonna play another Sun Petal Grove. Because we've mutate, we'll mutate into this. Green, green, green. Gem Razor is amazing. We're gonna put it over, so we will keep the flying and it will be a 4/4. So over. We destroy the fires. I actually may think we have much more guys than we have because we didn't play a land next turn. So maybe the next level plays. If they play another fires we mentioned, they're almost dead. Maybe they play another Supreme Verdict. That's another first invention. Is it another Supreme Verdict? No, that's a Seordain. Actually, if we put the Gem Razor here, we'll destroy both, but I don't think I'm too worried about that card. So 3 cards in hand by opponent. They put 2 cards at the bottom. There's a Conclave Mentor. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna destroy this, attack them for 8, leave them at 1. Play Temple Guard on tap, and then we have Khan's Bastion next turn. So yeah, I like that. Gem Razor has been amazing, of course, so far. So we cast with Mutate. Mutate here. Mutate over. We kill the Fire's Invention again. Play this tap. It's so strong, you just get like a hasty 4-4. And they're like 1. Too bad we don't play Walking Ballista, if not they would be like very close to dying. So they're looking for some kind of Wrath or Bust. They have the Wrath. Yeah. We have a lot of Planeswalkers to follow up this with. Oh, that's Payment 1. That's not the end of the... That's like pretty good. Because then we can regenerate it. So they always yield. So now this is can regenerate. I'm just gonna play the Carn Bastion. So next turn we can regenerate it. So they even have another Wrath, they will die. So they need like Wrath and removal spell. They play Five-Well Passage. As we mentioned, strong card in Magic the Gathering. Maybe they have another. Oh, what is that? Agent of Treachery. Wow. So this is like the deck that was... so what did they take? They take this. Okay, okay. So basically in top deck mode. Basri Cat. So we have enough lands on this needs 5, right? So we can just tap here, here, and here. Play Basri. Plus him. So they have attack, they need to block. And then they cannot kill this in response. And it's also indestructible. So actually they need to block. They may block with this. Kind of funny. I'm gonna hold on to this land. They have another Agent of Treachery. That would be brutal. This Tata list. Next turn, you don't have another blocker. We can minus the Basri and just attack with the Conclave Mentor. The Bird of Meletis, they look for a planes. They actually gain some life, right? Eventually, yeah. They play a set planes. They cast a Village from Yorion, so they have 2 cards in hand. Okay, that's a forest. Yeah, just gonna minus the Basri, attack, generate a token, is also attacking, and win the game. Hardened Scales beating the broken standard deck that has made its way to Pioneer. How is broken? It's a standard deck that you can play in Pioneer. It has 6 years more of Words of Card, and it's basically the same deck that you would play in Standard. What happened, Wizards of the Coast? Anyway, that was watching 1. I'll see you for match 2. Hello everyone, welcome to round 2. We're playing Pioneer, Celestia, Hardened Scales. We're on the play. We just beat strange deck. Not strange really, but yeah, rather like it was Fire's Invention from Standard. I think this hand is fine. If we draw a good 2-drop, this hand is fantastic. And you know we can go like triple 1-drop, which could also be brutal. So we'll keep it. I'm not gonna say very loud, but I will say the mana so far has not been an issue. That's the most common. Have 2 of those. Most common complaint of like Celestia is that oh, mana's crap, but so far mana has felt good. Okay, that's Arbor off. This could be the Gus. Oh yeah, that's good. So we're gonna play white Conclave Mentor. This could be the Winota deck. Could even play both 1-drops and then play the Conclave Mentor next turn. Oh no, that's green. Okay, that's Llanowar Visionary. When Llanowar Visionary, there's a battlefield draw card. Add 1. So it's basically elves we're playing against. So if I plus Basri, they cannot actually kill it. I'm gonna go for that. White, white, green. I'm gonna go aggro on them, man. Enough creatures to follow up. So we attack. They have no good blocks. So even if they attack the Basri, they cannot kill it, and if they attack it, we most likely just kill them the turn after. I have no idea what else does in Pioneers. That's a standard. I'm just assuming they bank a bunch of mana, and I mean they at least don't have Walking Ballista. Oh man. Oh, nothing. So Genesis Hydra reveals cards. It needs to be whenever you get the top card of your library, you may put a non-land permanent card with command cost X or less from among into the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So they just got out of Nisa. They revealed the forest, and they will get a 2/2. Some Petal Grove. So they have a 2/2. Actually, I play out my hand, right? And could attack, and then play out my hand. Nothing that can pump this, sadly. I don't think there's. So what? They could double block the Conclave. No, this doesn't even work. They could double block the Bell Collector, but I think I'm okay with that. Are we attacking? We're going aggro on them. Cool, that's 3. So we play the third Sun Petal Grove of the game. This doesn't matter what we play first. So we just play the Apparition, Experiment 1, Bell Collector, and we're gonna plus on the Apparition because it flies and basically presents lethal next turn. And next turn we can even minus the Basri and make 5 1/1s. So I'm just, yeah, take it away, opponent. Okay, they can make a billion mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. And then 6 mana. Then they have 7, 8, 9, 10. So they can make 10 mana. But unless they have a Nulamok. I mean, if they have a Nulamok specifically, maybe you could have a massive Genesis. I really don't know what we're facing, guys. That's 9, 10. So basically they have 10 mana. Will they Ulamog us? Basri has been pretty amazing so far. You've seen like it comes in curve perfectly to play with Conclave Mentor. It can finish the game with the -2. It can, make you attack and generate almost always like bad blocks. I mean, in general. Yeah, that's a Nisa. That's not super. I mean, I guess they will get. They now have 6 mana available. Oh, they have even more mana. They have 1,000,000 mana, in fact. Three. I mean, I don't really care, man. I'll take it. Well, Basri will. I mean, we can minus anyway. The Vivian. Still not see how they're beating us. I guess I can kill this now with the Vivian. Sure. This becomes bigger. Block. And now it's our turn. They have 3 blockers and we have 4 attackers. So actually this is GG, but I'm just gonna minus here. I will all creatures at them. Wait. Oh, you choose like this. This is the first time this happens to me. So they're getting gangbanged and they just concede. Power. So we're playing against Mono Green Devotion with elves. Lots of elves. Maybe this card is good. This can kill off the Nisas, which is kind of underwhelming. This doesn't do anything. Maybe Vivian is good because you can fight the elves and kill them before they can generate absurd amounts of mana. Maybe that's Vivian is like the best card. Honestly, I think they don't play on the graveyard at all. So maybe just bring in like this. Vivian can fight. Maybe Vivian should be in the main deck, who knows? Maybe, yeah, maybe this card is not so worth it, but yeah. This actually generates a lot of value. Hangerback's probably not great, Scanjingo's not great, Gartic Escape's not great, unless they play Collected Company, but I don't think so with so many Planeswalkers. Baffling End could kill, I mean, of course it could be that this sideboard is just the crappiest thing. Figure out. Baffling End could exile some other creatures, I guess. I mean, okay, I'm gonna bring these in and cut the Grateful's Aberrations because we're on the draw. I'm gonna leave like the good cards, so bring a bit more interaction, and the player probably bring them back. Yeah, because probably it's worth it to exile an elf or something, even if it's not. So we have two cards. We have a turn 1 play, turn 2 play, turn 3 play. This hand is good. It's gonna be aggressive. I guess I start with Elvish or Mystic or often Nissa. That's kind of better because this is, as I always say, this is a kind of negative play, like a tempo negative play. I guess Scavenging Ooze. Okay, I don't think that's that good. Luckily, we were a bit lucky, I guess, that we are drawing. So we play the forest. We show the forest. We show the Experiment 1. Let me pass. I don't know what removal is there for green. I'm talking like without commas, man. Fine. That's Scavenging Ooze. So we're gonna play the other 45 fielded, show the forest. Maybe play the Conclave Mentor. This guy becomes bigger. We attack them. Aggro. This doesn't really further the game plan anyway, so it's just a 2-2 for 2 so far. Let's think those, I guess. No, that still doesn't do anything. 3 mana. Then it's higher, so this is a 1-1. They find Burning Tree, that's good. Oh, but it needs to be converted mana cost X. And what it does with the card? Oh, I need to read this. You may put a non-land permanent with converted mana cost X or less from among them into the battlefield. Then shuffle the rest into your library. Okay, so it fizzled. So we can play Forest and Nissa, pump. We can play, yeah, I kind of like that. Then next turn we can play another Nissa and just kind of win the game. So we play the Forest, we play Nissa. Use minus. This is a 5-5 and a 4-4. Kind of the dream curve. I think I need to start blocking or we'll be in trouble. No blocks, let's just take 8. Okay, I guess they have Nykthos, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. They have 4 mana available, 5 mana available right now. That could be Nissa. Who shakes the world. But, oh, that's Vivian. The fighting doesn't do anything. I mean, if they tap out, they're dead. As in, if they attack, they're dead. We have another Nissa in hand. This card is like the backbone of the deck and is really cool looking also. They get counters. This has trample now. So these attack the Nissa. Does it make sense? So let's see. We cannot play. No. We can play the Nissan the Experiment 1. And the Experiment 1 will be a 3-3. So if we attack, they need to block for sure, which is good. They need to block one of them, probably these. They can not eat any creatures, so they will go down to 2. Sounds exciting. So we're gonna say, okay, we're gonna play, yeah, the Experiment 1. So has Regeneration, which is kind of nice. Play another Nissa. This scan was actually really good, in case you were wondering. And this was Spell Collector, we would have won already, I think. Attack. We attack them. We just want to finish the game as soon as possible, and we have the tools for it. So they absolutely need to block here or there. I guess, yeah, it makes more sense. They go down to 2. We have blocker. We have Nissa. They have Nykthos, which is so scary. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, 7 mana available. But I don't know. Next turn, this comes in with 3 counters. This is actually. If we draw a land, we could play Stone Cold Serpent and Huali's Raptor minus again and just go crazy. Ooh. I mean, this of course was the best for, you know, like 1-drop, Conclave Mentor. Nissa. Maybe that's a reason to play the Hardened Scales. That just made the mana just worse, right? Maybe. People are saying this is the same almost, but I don't know. Not much to do. Maybe actually, no. Because this can... Opponent from last game didn't realize, but if you remove 2 counters from Spring One, you can regenerate it, and they could have probably stayed in the game. So yeah, when they have to jump block with their Scavenging Ooze, you know, and they're in good position. They're thinking. Oh, they play second Nykthos. They have a ton of mana right now. Probably play like a massive Genesis Hydra, I would say. And oh, they have Ulamok. They have the Gulamok. That's strong. They're still at 2 only, so they need to exile 2 creatures. And you know, when these attacks actually doesn't do that much. They exile 2 creatures. I'll remove 2 counters. Oh, don't do anything. You know. The 10-10. Man, if this attacks here, oh no. Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, we draw Basri, we win. How does this work? No. I think we play this for 2, we play this, proliferate. And then we try to go for a kill next turn. Even if they attack with Ulamog, they only exiles like a top 20. So with Vivian we can clean whatever else. Dawn. And we can give it trample to creatures, so yeah. It's a 1-1. So let's see what they do. So they have 4 cards left in hand. That's quite strong, that play, the Vivian. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. To just get an Lamok. Of course they need it exactly. They now have very little devotion, no? They draw a card. Play another of the Nissa. I think this could probably be it, right? If we play the Vivian, we can even fight the creature and attack with everything, and that's win because they cannot, you know. Burning 3 Emissary is the card. Oh, I actually haven't been very. Yeah, these tramples already, so we can just put here and here. The counters from Vivian. I don't think they're attacking. There too. Okay, so I think this could be it. Let's see though. So we play the Vivian. This does not. So we plus, yeah. So we plus here and here. These already tramples. And they're 1, 1, 2, 2, and they're 2. So maximum they can do is, okay, let's block. They block here. They block here. They take 2. So let's say this guy blocks here. Okay, let's think about it. So I attack. Ulamog blocks here. Stone Cold Serpent gets blocked by this guy. They take 1 damage, and this is a 3/4. They take 2. They take 3 damage. Or we can just fight 1 creature. So we can fight this with this. Then we attack with the 3, and they have only 2 blockers. So they get 2. Like, yeah, let's go like this. So these both have trample now. I don't know what they could have in 1 green that actually could do good for them. So we attack with all the creatures into the red zone. Block here. Everybody's got trample. This has trample as well. This is trample as well. Maybe have blossoming defense. That's the only card I'm like it could have. This has trample as well. Still take one. Okay. Ah, okay. Maybe something to gain life before damage. No, we just win. Awesome. We have 2-0 in this league. Bit more Green Devotion as well. So yeah, we'll see you for round 3.